Hello, and welcome to the shit show. So, I didn't originally have a video plan, and I was going to wait until I had some OC lore or whatever. But then I came across a video about starting with blobs instead of lines. And so I started painting digitally like that, and I was very pleased with it. So I decided to make a video about painting. I don't have any video of my watercolor that I did recently, otherwise I would show that as well. But I do have 2 videos today of 2 digital art pieces that I did in a sort of painting style. This first one is the one that I did based on the techniques that were shown in the video. I started just with a blob, and I decided to go just kind of monotone, I think that's what it is. And I started with pink, as you can see here, and I just kind of went with it. I added shadows, I added lighting, and eventually it turned out gay. Because of course it did. Look who you're talking to. And then I went and added more, and I did the same for all 3 things that you will see in this drawing. And it was fun. It was... In the video, they said that they can get stuck with line work and be stuck trying to perfect the line work and never actually get to the coloring, and I relate to that so much. Like, look, I got it done. I finished it, and these are the results, and I am so happy with them. And this illustration would have taken so much longer if I had started with line art, because 90% of the time would have been me trying to make the lines perfect. And as you saw, I did start to make a 4th drawing. I gave up on that because I wasn't like how it was turning out, but I will try again in the future because I love doing this. The second thing that I will show you is something I painted over an image. You can see that I found this amazing picture with a tree that looked like a dragon, and I was like, oh, I could draw that. So I traced out the shapes, and then I painted. And this was really fun, because I got to mess with the smudge tool and a new paintbrush in Procreate, and I got to use a lot of green and see how the greens worked and kind of figure out the lighting and the texture, and all of the scales took a really long time. I had to speed up the time lapse because it was originally 7 minutes long, and that was like too much data, too much everything. I also added the person because I loved that, and it's fantasy vibes. Very, very fantasy vibes. I love that. Another fun thing with the digital painting is I get to test out and find out which textured brushes I actually like using. Because I am very, very picky about textured brushes. When the new Procreate brush library appeared and automatically switched, I was so confused and a little bit annoyed because there wasn't one like the ink bleed brush, which I really like. So I am very glad that the classic library is still there, because the ink bleed brush is my favorite for line art. But for this one, I don't remember which one I used for the dragon, But for the first image, I used a gouache, I think that's how you say it, brush for the texture, and I really like it, and I am going to keep using it because I like the texture and I like the way it applies, and I like painting. I like using colors. So this whole thing was a very fun project, and I was very, very pleased with the final results of the dragon too, because it took so long to make. It took so long to get right, and you can see all of the scales. You can see that. I do have other painted things, but they were older, so I didn't really want to show those, but I probably will put them in another video I'm going to do of old art that I am redrawing or repainting or whatever, because that is another idea that I've had recently. I just need to finish all the projects I want to put in it, and it may end up being 2 parts because I don't want to talk for like half an hour. I might talk for half an hour. We'll see. And so, yeah, that'll be a long project. And here is the finished result of the dragon. It took hours. It took so long. Like, with all of the detail in this one, even though I used a very similar painting style and technique, the dragon took hours, while the first 3 little doodles that I showed only took about 20 minutes each, which is like really fast for me when I'm painting, because I am extremely picky about how things look. I am a perfectionist. You will probably see that as I start to upload more. Anyway, if you noticed how jittery I was, that is because I had 2 very full cups of coffee before this. My apologies, and bye! Hoodie, 내게 쉼터 가듯이 boogie boogie earphone 꺾고 dance groovy groovy 모자를 쓰고 너는